Top 14, round 5. We have just about recovered from our trip to France last week, and one of the teams that we saw last week is in that opening game. Yes, Montpellier, who snatched that late draw away at Montauban. They were generally felt like the longer that game went on, the better they were. I'm going for Montpellier. They seem to be one of those teams that when they're in a good run, they're in a good run. Rich going for La Rochelle. He's excited to see what they can offer on the road. This is an acid test for them of their away form and how much they've come on since last year. Another one we disagree on is the second one. Rich going for Clermont at home. They were really strong against Pau a couple of weeks ago at home, and Pau are generally doing better than Montauban this season. I'm going for a draw just because why not? In French rugby, it seems that when a side gets a draw, they then get another draw soon after, and Montauban did have that draw at home last week, that game we were at. And I thought they were right. They matched up physically pretty well. Who knows? The next game, Toulon, I'm going against my boys section Pauloise. Unfortunately, I just think Toulon's home record is too strong. Their pack is going to be too physical for Pau, even though Pau are in great form. The game that is a little bit, perhaps a bit of a controversial one, we have both gone for Stade Francais away at Perpignan. Perpignan, the Amy Giral should be a fortress for them. They will be trying to make it a fortress, but they've lost both games at home to not particularly strong away sides either. And Stade Francais generally aren't that great away. They were terrible last season. I don't think they won a single away game, but they have looked much better this season. We are going for them. We don't know what's going on at Perpignan, but it just doesn't seem to be clicking. We are both backing Castres to bounce back at home to Racing. Even though Racing have been quite impressive in the last couple of weeks, Castres were pumped in that game against Toulouse last week. But we were there in that first half. They measured up pretty well. They should be getting a few players back. Enzo Hervé should be in for a debut, having joined the club this week on loan to fill that fly half problem. Could go either way, that one, though. Could be a really, really interesting one. Bordeaux versus Lyon. We're actually at this game in January when Lyon were the only side to beat Bordeaux at Stade Chaban-Delmas last season. But just think Bordeaux, even though they aren't in great form, I think there'll be another backlash. They could score loads of points again. Lyon, it'll be interesting to see where they're at. Can they pick up a win? Wouldn't be a huge surprise, but Bordeaux so strong at Chaban-Delmas. And that final one, we have controversially, very controversially, gone for Toulouse to beat Bayonne at Stade Jean Daugé. Yes, it's already sold out on Thursday. It's more than 72 hours before kickoff. They've not lost since the back end of the 23-24 season at Stade Jean Daugé. But we both think, kind of after the high of last week's game, that late drop goal to win it against Toulon, and the fact that Toulouse just seems so formidable at all times. They were brilliant last week without even getting out third or fourth gear. In that game we were at Stade Ernest Vallon. We're both going for Toulouse. Controversial one, cracker of a Sunday evening game. Let us know what you think. Can't wait for this weekend. Some really intriguing games.